Welcome to today's episode. We're going to take a quick look at the power of memories, the sting of young love, and how the music can teach us to move forward. I'm joined by a special guest who spent time reflecting on the messy, heartwarming, and sometimes bittersweet stories of youth. Thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having me. Honestly, it's an honor to get to talk about this. Revisiting these stories, especially the ones from our teenage years, can be both healing and a little bit surreal.
So let's get right into it. You recently came across an old diary from your senior English class. What was that like?
It was unexpected, honestly. I had been going through a tough time in the winter of 2020, a bit of a personal crisis, and in the middle of it all I found this diary. One of the first assignments was to write about your favorite summer memory. I'd written so much over the years, but that particular story brought me a sense of clarity about how I wanted to begin telling my whole story.
What is it about those teenage summers, do you think, that stays with us?
There's something magical about those years. For me, it was full of firsts, first loves, heartbreaks, real friendships, and all the drama that comes with it. But most of all, they were times when the heart swelled with hope. You know, like a balloon slowly rising, picking up little fragments of love and joy as it climbs higher and higher. But the higher you go, the scarier it gets. Because a fall from that high can hurt, and you start to realize you have to protect yourself in new ways.
I love that image of the balloon rising and the risks that come as it floats higher. How did that idea play out in your own life?
Well, I guess 2020 was the year I truly had to catch myself. In the past, whenever things got hard, I had people to pick me up. But there comes a point where you've got to do the saving yourself. That year, I pushed everyone away and was forced to pull myself up. But it also brought me perspective. Sometimes you realize, looking back, how much love and heartbreak have shaped you. I took all the happy moments, even the sad ones, and tried to string them together to make sense of who I am now.
Speaking of happy moments, let's talk about that favorite summer memory. Can you set the scene for us?
Absolutely. It was the summer before my senior year of high school. Every year, my childhood friend, who was also a bit of a first love, would stay for the summer. His mum was the neighborhood bus driver, and he was just one of those people who made summer brighter. That year, we fell in love. It was that intense, youthful feeling where everything becomes vivid and important.
I'm getting nostalgic just listening to this. Was there a particular event that stands out?
The peak of that summer was a canoe trip. There were several of us, a group of friends, my summer love Johnny, and his brother. The night before, Johnny and I camped out together, talking about life, the future, the uncertainty of what would happen when summer ended. There was music playing in the background, late-night laughter, even some tears. The barn we ended up in, escaping the hot tent, felt like the center of our universe for those hours.
There's something so intimate about those moments. Just you, someone you care about, and the world kind of melts away.
Exactly. The next day, after waking to the comfortable sounds of his family, we all headed to the river. It was one of those hot August days that makes you want to dive into every cool spot along the water. We joked, we swam, we climbed trees. I remember climbing up a slanted tree with all the nerves in the world, the butterflies of young love fluttering in my stomach and then leaping headfirst into the river below, glasses and all.
And of course, there's always a little embarrassment or drama, right?
Oh, always. I remember surfacing to see Johnny, tall, worried, and laughing at my wild stunt. He pulled me out of the water, and that moment, his laugh echoing down the river, stuck with me. That was the magic of young love. Not perfect, but full of hope and laughter and those heart-swelling moments that you wish could last forever.
Did your relationship with Johnny last beyond that summer?
Like a lot of young loves, it had its natural limits. He had to go home, and we both had dreams and obligations that pulled us apart. We wrote to each other, made promises about the future, but life had other plans. We stayed friends, even as new people entered our lives. Sometimes it hurt to see each other, especially when there were new relationships, new boundaries. But the love, the connection, never fully disappeared. It just changed shape.
That's such a real story. Sometimes the people who marked our youth aren't the ones we end up with, but they leave a lasting mark.
Yes, and losing that connection, especially without closure, can haunt you for a long time. It's taken years and a lot of tears, honestly, to realize that the heartbreaks and happy memories are both pieces of who I am today. Johnny's gone now, but even as life moved on, his presence and our shared dreams still remind me to keep reaching for happiness. He's like a cosmic compass for me now, guiding me through tough choices.
What do you hope listeners take away from your story?
I hope they remember that even the most painful memories can be transformed into something beautiful. That the people we lose, the loves that don't last, still teach us how to love better with ourselves and the people we still have. Ultimately, my story isn't just about loss or heartbreak. It's about resilience. It's about learning to find joy in the smallest things and honoring the ones who helped shape us, even when they're no longer here.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing your heart, your memories, and that sense of hope. I know your story will stay with a lot of listeners.
Thank you for giving me a space to share. These are the stories that help keep me going, and hopefully they help someone out there remember better days and look forward to new ones.
That's all for today's episode. Until next time, remember your story matters, and even the chapters with heartbreak belong to a bigger, beautiful book.